took my heart, give her the back, but you make me big, you make me big. Every time I come over, you make me big. But why? Why? But why? Good morning, guys. Now, which broadcast was I at? I was at another broadcast. At least that's what it seems like. That broadcast, but the network agency. Then I came back on it to realize that there is another one. Lawrence Omule Jones Info Hashim Lawrence. What's the difference between dual VVTI and Valvematic in terms of fuel? Now, dual VVTI, you know how we have the normal VVTI? We have only one VVTI sensor, variable valve timing. So the dual VVTI has two sensors. So it has two systems, two VVTI systems. And that was before they actually created the Valvematic. And after that, then they went ahead and created the Valvematic system. So they went ahead ababe kurumamula yasonge mundu mbantu basobola bavira basobola okuyimira omunene asali. Yeah, so dual VVTI is actually I've been talking to several mechanics in the past couple of days, and most of them are actually saying that if you can buy a dual VVTI, why? The Valvematic system, echintu eche cha Valvematic, baita Valvematic, the actual Valvematic, bwe chifa cha milioni emu atenga chife enfufu. Now, if you're the kind of person that is not going to be buying air cleaners, then buy the dual VVTI, because the dual VVTI is almost like the VVTI. It just has two VVTI systems. It gives you a bit more fuel efficiency with your car, but the Valvematic is still better. Now, the Valvematic will require you to actually to maintain it more. Buy air cleaners in time, because the Valvematic system bwefa bajjako kirala ne bashijjako ne bateekako kirala ate kya milioni emu okitegeera. Muyombya Mark, Louis Travel Live Vlog, Ronald Muchwa, Peter Mangene Petero, Gilbert Amanya Musime Kim Job, ndadde ku broadcast Kim Job nange simanyi broadcast kijemba ddeku. Ben Kako, Chris Davinci, Mugalasi Joshua Mix Farm, Julius Ivan VIP, Council Patrick Asiku. How are you guys? Today's Question Friday, and I thought we should talk about something that is very important, but somehow we ignore it. Mental health. When Webaga Amanti, they are dealing with mental health, they are trying to make sure that you are wongo wo body clear, you have nothing that is disturbing your mind, that you have a clear mind, or that you're a positive person, that you're not having negative thoughts towards yourself, towards other people. And we have had so many people talk about. I have a friend of mine who does poetry, and he has been doing poetry of mental health for some time. And unfortunate for him, he himself has been having mental health issues. A lot of things that are happening. This is where the statement depression actually came in. That when someone's mental health is not good, then they can actually end up in depression, and some people end up killing themselves. And we have lost some good people, some people that were talented, people that were gifted, people that would have been a blessing to the communities where they survived. Robin Williams, for the guys that remember the comedian Robin Williams, he ended his life. We had a very good marketer here. Babirukamu. Yes, he was called Babirukamu, and he was one of the big ones in Kampala, marketing wise, digital marketing. And he was a leader of a digital marketing agency, generally advertising agency. He was not doing badly for himself, and the next thing we know is he threw himself off a building, Neyetta, and that's not a place where we want to be. And you guys have seen so many video memes talking about men's mental health recently, that men can be there smiling nainga tali bulungi and it's mostly men that have been killing themselves probably because men kind of go through a lot and they don't really get the support, or they don't try to even seek out the support. In Tanya Stephen's song, Do You Care? Do You Still Care? Tanya Stephens mentions a boy who was raised by a mother who kept telling him that boys don't cry. You get? And when you tell a boy not to cry, you're literally telling him that when you're going through stuff, stay strong and just sail through whatever hard thing you're going through. And most of us have been raised that way. We don't talk to anyone regardless of what we are going through, and that's not a very good place for us to be as men. But I think I've been talking a lot about how strong I think women are. Yesterday nabagambi ngenda kutera night tracker mu Morocco. I went, and hopefully the video is going to actually come out today. We had a chat with her. I think it was about 10 minutes, and we were talking about how learning how to drive a car and how getting a car transformed her life. And yeah, so I'll probably be uploading it either today evening or tomorrow morning. And she has been through quite some stuff, and she seems stronger than some people that I know that have not been through half of what she's been through. You get it? And this is something that I've seen with ladies. Ladies are stronger. Which take sorry, basic Chris. Maybe your network. Katulabeka Mukama Godwin Sereko Stage. Kim Agambe, I saw you on TikTok talking about the size of tires and its effect on fuel consumption, but then does it increase comfort of the car? It might, but I think for me, Nzenga Arthur Kim Jobe, the extra amount of fuel that I have to consume because I increase the tire size is not worth the comfort that it gives me. My car was comfortable before I increased the tire size. So when these tires actually get worn out, I'm going to put back the tires. One of the reasons why I replaced they were the low profile tires that come with this car with the tires that are on now, which are bigger, was because the tires that actually come with this car are very expensive. Each tire was being sold to me at 300 and something thousand shillings. Yet the ones I put on this car, which are even bigger, they cost me 200, and they cost me literally half. You get? So Kim, nze ensonga yokaraki na choose mpira je nasa ku Morocco was price. At that time I hadn't really noticed the difference in fuel consumption when you increase the tire size, but now I can confirm when you increase the tire size on your car, it will literally mulaba abana ba street babo oba bavaawo baleka bava kwebaka kanawo bagenda ku workstation zaabwe abo bonna boolaba mulimu abatali ba street balinga basatu bana naye bali bonna abali eri waggulu. Those are all street kids. They are coming from home. Now who houses them? That's the question. So anyway guys, as you guys are planning to increase the size of your tires, of the tires on your car, understand, I need you to understand that the fuel consumption of your car is going to increase. Yeah, me, I've seen it. It decreases up to 4 kilometers per liter. So chitegeze Morocco yaribadde kwa 18 kilometers per liter, it will start giving you 14, 13. But why? Simply because you put bigger tires on your car. So I would actually discourage you from doing that. Chigundu chiwanuka, basically, but you seek support from who? Michael UG Asiku, Taula Steven Arthur, can you give me the fuel consumption of a Toyota Wish Ordinary 1.8? It will probably give you 10 kilometers per liter, 8 to 10 kilometers per liter, and if you go on the highway, you can actually get as much as 12, 13 there. Yeah. But if you have not yet bought it, I would recommend that you buy the Wish Valvematic. It will give you better, because the Wish Valvematic normal driving will give you 12, and then on the highway it can give you up to 16 kilometers per liter. So the Wish, for all the guys that are buying cars, if there is a Valvematic version of your car, buy yourself the Valvematic version. You'll realize that it's worth it. Good morning, Paul Sema VIP. Then it's 12. So my guy, double tap the screen, give me likes, give me likes, give me likes. You're 36. Kansokemba wa kayimba nga bwemumpa likes. Give me at least 30 likes, guys, for us to continue. We are going to be talking about mental health, and it's Question Friday, guys. Ask anything to Tugende. Ask anything. Ask anything. Bionabi season during the week. Sina bwengana bidda mukati. It's Question Friday and mental health, and I'm asking you guys, how are you managing your mental health? Gwobera wotya and you don't break down. Notayagara kweteka mumuguwa. How do you survive the chaos of this world and you don't end up wanting to kill yourself? Yeah, Kari. Guys, double tap the screen. Let's get those likes and then tell us how you manage your mental health to make sure that you keep yourself alive, that you keep a positive attitude, that the people around you don't get affected by the negativity that you experience in your life.
Don't mean nothing. Yes, no, let's take it slow.
Guys, double tap the screen and also tell us, how do you manage to keep a good mental health amidst the chaos? I know you guys, people are trying to beat us down. People are trying to rush us. People are trying to show us that we are worth nothing everywhere we go. You have seen it. You see interviews on TV. Politicians are arguing, and then one politician is trying to beat the other down. I've seen there's an interview I saw. One politician that there are some politicians we can talk about even negatively and they will not attack us, and then there are some politicians that if you talk about their name negatively, they will definitely come and find a way to get. So there was an interview was some time ago. It was between one politician and Betty Namboze, and Namboze's back was broken during one of those political scuffles, I think in Parliament, and she was taken for medication abroad. So they were talking about this dude, the late Muhammad Segirinya. They're talking about his medication and money and all that. And then someone was trying to tell Namboze that she's pretending to have back pain. You get it? And Namboze almost got up from the show and wanted to get out of the studio. She was asking, you're saying I'm pretending? Like, we live in a world which is that someone can see you sick. Then we also saw some people trying to say that Segirinya yeko za simurade nakatono. You get someone that clearly was like losing weight, ngaperu say, and then people were like, we live in a world that is that negative, yeah, that people are constantly trying to find a way of breaking you down. So how do you maintain positive mentality? How do you make sure all these negative things that are happening in the world do not break you down to the point that you want? If you're short, then people will say obusajo wumpi. If you're tall, then they'll find something. I don't know what they say normally. If you're big, then they'll say something. If you're tiny, then they'll say, I remember we used to have a joke, and that's before we of course, I don't think it affected her. She wanted to be small, but we used to have a girl that we used to work with. She was really tiny, and everyone called her Magumba because she was really tiny. You get it? Now I realize that those are things. Kastareti mukarabye kano kastareti akapya ke million ensanvu akukemura bamaso. That's the new starlet. It's actually, I think, the Suzuki Baleno, yeah. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's the new starlet. 70 million shillings in one place like that is a million in Samvu. Abana bazi scratchinga tebagala kumanya. So anyway, how do you maintain positive mental health amidst all the things that are going on? Good morning, SPK Driving School VIP Ekanyanya. How do you make sure that you're positive? Guys, people beat us down. Have you guys been attacked by a border guy? Or border na jangwa woli taitawo na akone motoka yo na kuvuma gweje yakayumba kembwa, and then you're like, okay, why is this dude abusing? Like, I think one of the things that has helped me like try to be a little bit more positive about life is cocooning myself in my car when I'm driving. My windows are always up. I never put my windows down. October, even when we go to buy a car and we are waiting for someone, we can wait for 20 minutes and my windows are up. There is a lot of negativity outside there. There is a lot of negativity and it's not pretty. Like, literally everyone that seems to not be doing as well as you wants to drum you down, and all the people that are almost better than you or a little better than you are trying so hard to show you that they are better than you, which is not a very good thing. People go as far as pretending that they're doing well so that they can crush some other person's esteem. You get? So how do you maintain a positive attitude? And of course, it's question Friday. For me, that's my question. What's your question? If you know nange byange mubiddem, nange byamwe mbiddem. Arthur, secondly, what makes a fielder better than a wish? The wish is being used as for special hire, so that's why people don't like it. Also, the fielder is much more compact and it gives you better fuel efficiency, which Tugende. So, and of course, people like the fielder. And if you look at the wish old model, I don't think that the fielder is better than the wish new model. I don't actually think. I think the wish new model is better than the fielder. Any day I'll take the wish, and if I compare the wish to the newer, I would actually also take the wish still. It's just that the difference in price is very minimal. That taking a newer, it seems to be almost the most logical thing if at all you have work for the newer to do for you, which take it. But I think the wish is better than most of the cars that came during its time. The new model starting 2009, that one in front of us, I think that it's better than most of the cars that came out with it during the same period of time. It's much more comfortable. It looks much better. I think it gives you better handling as well. You wish Jenkugamba. I think it looks sexier than all the cars most of the cars that came out during its time. So I would definitely take the wish over the fielder. But of course, that's my opinion. And of course, it also gives you very good efficiency. It can give you up to 12 kilometers in town driving, according to the people I've talked to. Abagapima mafuta, which Tugende. Yeah. And yet abantu abapima mafuta ganu boba gambiba 8-9 kilometers per liter. And then the fielder will literally give you almost the same, which Tugende. So I think the wish is definitely better. So guys, ask your questions but also answer my question. How do you maintain a good mental health? How do you keep good mental health amidst all the trouble that is going on in the world? I know, Nchimanyi, it's very easy to see someone smiling and you all of a sudden start thinking that their life is doing well. I find that women are the best people with masking it, with keeping it in, with maintaining positivity all through the day. Like, there were times when we were going through tough times with Mama Aban, and she would always smile, and it's just something that I would ask myself, how is she smiling? Like, we are going through stuff, and she'd always be like, I look forward to seeing her, because at the end of a tough day, I come home and she smiles and says, "Welcome back, honey." And it's just something that I think it's a gift of the ladies. No matter where. Recently, nalimva muchibuga, I was going with someone nalingenda kulonda ba urban kusomero, and then netuyita downtown twaiteyo and say nakasero, and all the women have glowing skins and all the women are smiling. And then I was asking this person, how do these women do it? And then this person told me, you know what those women do? They just let go. They realize that there's literally nothing they can do about whatever negative situation that is going on in their lives. They let it go and they glow. So as the men, I think katifate over we are worried. I find that if you keep your mind free of worry, if you keep your mind free of stress, it's very easy for you to have good mental health. If you also keep your mind free of can I call it wrangles, fights, you do what you have to do and let others do what they have to do as well. I find that also will give you positive mental of a good mental health as well. So guys, answer my question. Gwe obulamu bwo obukuuma otya n'ofuba okulaba nga your life, your mental health is in check. It's not weighing you down. Nti toyagala kutotuuka wantu wonna wonna n'oyagala kwetuga. Okitegeera. What keeps you going? But you do what you do ever again. Around and round. So today evening broadcast yo regulo again oyita ku Ntebe Express ngenda kubamba nyumiza story ya fielder. Sinajinyumya. I'm going to tell you the story of the field and everything that came with it and how it inspired me to start running again. And of course that day was also not so good for me. It was a little bit tough for me, but I'm going to be sharing with you the story of how that day, in a way, I'm running today as well. I'm going to do 5k, but that day kind of transformed me as well. Yeah, but I'll be sharing the story tonight. Abatalabanga ku broadcast ya Friday evening. It's going to be happening Friday today 9:30 p.m. tujaba tutandise broadcast tugenda batuyita ku Ntebe Express. And of course there are people that I also inspired to start running. Naliyo nabasanga wano nganze nzirukanga bote badduka and like yesterday I did not run. I shared with you guys, they started running, now they are running, so I'm going to go and find them there as well and then run. Buli muntu asobola okulonda digital number plate or kiri ku police security okulondola. It's only government that can kulondola. If a digital number plate fenga abantu ba bulijjo, the digital number plates will not be helpful to us. I need my cape, I don't know where I put it. So the digital number plates will not be helpful to us, but they will be helpful to the government, because the government can use the digital number plates to trace wrongdoers and all that. So today I'm going to do a short broadcast. I already did like 20 minutes the other side with I don't know how I went there, but let me do a short broadcast. Broadcast your regular. Ordinarily we should invoke the services of a counselor. I know, but personally there is a time when I was going through a tough time. I think that was around 2013-14 there. So I went to a counselor and he actually made me believe I was bipolar. I've never been bipolar. But then I later on realized he doesn't even know he did not know what he was talking about. And I've seen people that seem to think that they are not doing very well mentally, yet when they're actually just going through a phase. Like there's a friend of mine, I shared a story with you. He actually quit work and stopped working, and he said he wasn't doing very well mentally, so he needed rest, so he just got off work. But and then the things he was saying that he was going through seemed to be things that you can just sit down and talk to another person, and once you realize that the other person has also gone through the same things, then you'll be okay, because then you realize that people are going through tougher times. I was talking to Night yesterday, and if you watch the interview today that I had with her, or tomorrow when I upload it, you realize I was looking at her and I was amazed. Like, okay, you've been through all this and you're still smiling. But I find that one of the things that helps people keep like good mental health is their belief in God, their faith in God. They believe there's a higher power, there's someone that's going to take care of all the challenges that you're going through. And that in a way, like for people that don't have a lot of faith, people that are not too religious, people that have decided to kind of be more independent, then they struggle. But once you put yourself in a position of, you know what, I can't be in charge of everything, there is someone that is going to take care of these things, I find that also helps you. Every morning I wake up, I tell myself it's a great day. That sets my mind positively, and whenever I'm down, I remind myself I can't control many things, but I can control my feelings and always stay happy. Okay, that's nice. About mental health, I try as much as I can to mind my own business. You can't find me in lines, I'm going to vote MPs, President Wapi. The only vote I do is for chairman. Kim Job! No. 2026, we know Kulonda. You guys have to vote. Go and be in that line and be silent if you don't want to be in people's business, but go vote. Your vote counts. We have hospitals where there is no medicine. A couple of weeks ago, a friend of mine lost his grandfather, and his grandfather died simply because he did not get to the hospital in time. And do you know why he did not get to the hospital in time? They had a car, it was there waiting to take the guy to the hospital. But this guy said at the hospital there was no one to help them carry. So they had to wait for someone kucharo. Anabayambako kusitula omulwadde. Omulwadde yafa atuuka mu ddwaliro. Because they delayed. Yandiwonye. Guys, your vote matters. Ate ebyobulumi bijje mu mental health. If you... Guys, there are things we fix in Aka because of the poor roads. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. No, guys, Kim, 2026, you need to vote. Nkumazi. George saying Kubuge high, knowing your worth and what you can do as a person. That's a very good strategy, Moses. But the thing is, guys, double tap, give me likes. The thing is, you know your worth, but then people are trying to push you down constantly. Everyone is trying to push you down. And again, Athens, I appreciate everything that comes my way, and I have a strong faith in me that whatever is pressing me at a time will eventually come to an end, and then I chill till it's all sorted. Good strategy. I want to learn how to chill. In a way, I think I've learned a little bit. I'm more easygoing. I used to not be, but I think Mama Aban slowly taught me that, you know what, sometimes things don't work out, then you can let it go. And in the past, I used to have shows, and I'm panicking and I lose weight in like 40 minutes. But now, if I do something and it doesn't work out, I sit down and close my eyes. And sometimes I come with my weights when I have, like, if I have a show, I come with my weights and things are not going well. Okay, at least I'm going to look good. Good morning. People's words don't define me. I found inner peace. I'm always happy. I want to be always happy. You know, it's one of the hardest things to do. Negative energy is easy to avoid by not giving them attention. Yes. Arthur, how come your Galaxy S22 Ultra has no green line yet? It's new. It's a new phone. Then look at graduating. But of course, if it had the green line, you would not see it. Not so. A triple M. Hi, Mr. Arthur. It's always important to first be grateful for yourself and keep it in mind that at least there is something you're better in, and any other person that will make you feel better at some. Guy, yesterday I was chatting with Knight. You'll see it in the interview. And I asked her, Knight, the people that compete with you in the same business, and she said, you guys will see it was amazing. And that's literally how I try to live, because sometimes you might want to compete with someone that's not worth competing with, that either nebwana competing ojja mukuba oba nebono competing ajja kukuba. You get, there are things when we can literally not compete. Also for me, one way for me to maintain mental clarity is I run. Like now I'm going to run, and that's good for me. When my body is really active, I find that I have a very positive attitude. Recently I was in a village in a certain village driving chikumi kumi, and a certain village driving chikumi kumi na nkulubula bumper yange. I stopped, got out of the car and found he hadn't damaged it, but he brushed it. I returned and drove away. Exactly. That's the thing that I do with the border guys and nakuzino. I go. I just say, Alhamdulillah. Ngapiso mkono maso. And I kept it cool and peace of mind. Yeah. After I estimate the price of 4D56 engine non-turbo, I have no idea. I have to ask. But that's a diesel engine. It must be expensive. Why not just overhaul it? Diesel engines are better overhauled. After, how come your Galaxy Banangi? Funny lifestyle. What's happening? Why you? Funny lifestyle seems to have been like hacked. After your question, I think we don't need to look at the negativity of other people towards us. We just need to focus on what's making you progress, what's making you progressing. Abantu bajeke ebirowozo si bangu. One of the first steps is to learn to say no. Refuse to be in situations that come in the way of your mental health. It doesn't matter who will be unhappy about it. Learn to be selfish. That's something I learned. I also learned to be, I talk. After a friend of mine bought a car from someone who bought it from Wahab Motors but never transferred it. The car is still in Wahab Motors' name. So they told him to go with the one who bought it. Yeah, that's what they always do. The Maktum Sota I had, but if you can't find him again, he has to pay those guys to do court, to get a court order. That's the other easy way he can do it. It's vibe. And of course, if he just has to stress who bought it, that's just he stresses who got it from that bond. What I think in Uganda, we must focus more on development and technology and job creation than anything else. We are still backward. Any public good should be about development and growth. Yes. Good morning, Karota. I focus on the positives all the time and also try to see a good side even amidst difficult situation. I remind myself to stay calm in situations where I have no control over any situation. What keeps me going is I accept the challenges I'm going through with time. Mbamani, anytime I will come. Yeah, of course, like you go up a hill, that's the difficulty. When you're up the hill, then you'll go down the hill, which is easy, right? Mr. Arthur, depression is real. I have friends here, Bambi. Nga their women back home are doing stuff. Bambi, no mulabanga na manyi. Agakola tagalina. Nga yagala agwe mu highway. Oh, it's terrible, man. It's terrible. I find that one of the most difficult things that any person would go through is a relationship where you're not fulfilled. I know I don't want to call it depression, but I think it crushes you. Like you don't know if the person you love is being loyal to you. Which take it, and that's the thing with long distance relationships. They are tough. They are really tough. You really have to have mental toughness for you to go through a long distance relationship. And it's you actually have to be tougher for you to decide to let go, because once the statement you're saying starts omuntu wabanga ina byakole ebikulaga nti takuliko batai, then that definitely means you just need to move on. But it's harder to move on. Like you move on from this person, then you go to whom? It's terrible, man. Arthur, is it possible to swap the old one? Yes, it's very possible. You can swap, and yes, you do. Of course, the computer might need to be changed. The computer might need to be changed, but the engine is definitely possible. Even the gearbox just attaches. He doesn't vote and he complains of bad roads and taxes. Is he even serious? Thank you, Ray. I know Kulonda Kim. Oh, you know Kulonda. Arthur. Oh, Kulonda, I don't believe in need. The problem we have is embezzlement of funds is the most problem we have. If you don't vote for people that you believe will deal with this embezzlement, with this corruption, you guys, we have to take the response. At our age, the Musevenis were in the bush. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying. Now, for us, we may not be able to go to the bush because there were people in their age group that did not go to the bush, but we can actually fight through the ballot, overwhelm people with support. If they disappoint you this time, you vote them out next time. That's how life works. Munabanga we murana relationship zamwe. You get into a relationship with a girl, nekakumenya omutima, nokavako nofunaka. That's how it's going to be until we figure out that, you know what? That's why Americans keep voting. Bajayo Trump nga bamanyi mubi, ne bamane bamukomyao. Okitegeera. Isoba Ivan, good morning. Siko Keith, I sometimes let him go is better than not. Thank you, Keith. Guys, let me tell you this, especially the guys abali ebweru abalina abakazi Kampala. You can let go. It's hard, but you can let go. And I think that's why abasajja abedda abagendanga ebweru ku kyeyo bawasanga abazungu nti yatukanga eyo nga relationship eri eyanguwa, and they just picked it up. Gwe buli wobera ngo omukazi omuyina e Kampala ningo akulaga takuliiko ne bwe wali badde boli teyali kubaddeko. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying, and I'm not saying it in bad spirit. Omuntu akuliko oba omulaba, akwagala oba omulaba, omuntu akwagala ateekamu effort. Yesterday I was talking to someone, it's a girl, and she was telling me nze abasajja nze nabavaako bw'otankubira sikkubira, and I told her, you know what, fe abasajja tulina engeri gye tubeera. If I sing olimu embeera, I can stop calling you to see if ondiko, because we know that constantly abawala babakwana buli lunaku omuwala afuna abamukwana nga bana oba bataano. Kati bw'oba ofuna abakwana nga bano oba bataano, I want to see ondiko tondiiko. So when I stop talking to you and you also stop talking to me, nze kinzijira mbongo nti waliwo kati akututte. And chicks don't seem to understand this. Balowooza nti omusajja bw'alekeraawo okwogera naye olwo takyamwagala, njagala kulaba ondiko. Okitegeera. But anyway, guys, letting go is a good thing. Business, whatever it is, when something is not working out, you can let go. Guys, kamba sibule ngene nzirukemu. Nina program ku ssaawa wali satu, so I need like 32 minutes to run. So let me use the 30 minutes here to run. Then afterwards I do what I have to do. Lawrence Omule, Jones Info, Hashim Muyombia, Mark, Louis Travel Live Vlog, Ronald Muchwa, Peter Mangeni, Petero, Gilbert Amanya, Masime, Kim Job, Ben Kako, Chris Da Vinci. Temwira bida guys, double tap seal. Temwira bida ledo at 9:30 p.m. We are going to have a live broadcast again together to Itakuntebe Express. For the guys that have not been there, this is your chance for you to be there. Chris Da Vinci, Mugalasi Joshua Mix Farm, Julius Ivan VIP, Council Patrick Asiku, Kamoka Godwin, Sereko Starch, Chigundu Chwanuka, George Bob Basie, Chris, Taula Stephen, Michael UG, Owen, Asiku Keith, Dennis 12, Paul Sema VIP, Omeja Moses, Henry Modern Juice, Lucky Mose, Dennis 12 Nkumaze, George Senkubuge, SPK Driving School Kanyanya VIP, Lukwago Kenneth, Lucky Mose, Funny Lifestyle, Triple M. Funny Lifestyle like already hacked because the question Asire. Job Ogwaichu, Ronald Muchwa, munoza sibamazeyo bantu bangi. Enoka himbisiwe. Mkisine Kim Job, other politicians are the same, but na bagaliza mbuto zawe. Kim Job, nawe yagaliza lubutolo, singo bade we sindi wali bado yagaliza lubutolo. Anyway, Kim, if you don't believe in politics changing your life, then it's quite okay for you. Personally, I believe that politics has transformed nations, and I know that politics can transform nations, and I know that we have seen so many selfish politicians that right now we believe no one is good out there. It's like if you find a guy that has been broken by so many girls, it will be very hard for him to believe that there is a good girl out there for him. So I believe what you have gone through, but personally I believe that politics can change things. The bad things that are happening now in our country are happening because we have bad politicians in power. The moment we get good politicians in power, and that's something that I'm thinking that is generally with Africa, people pray a lot, but they have very rotten hearts, and that's a very bad thing. So let's take the example of Muhammad Segirinya here. The things he did in just a space of less than a year for his constituents. He's not even supposed to be doing that. There are people like him out there. The problem is we have been conditioned to keep looking at people that are bad simply because they have a certain stature. They are big, they have bald heads, they drive big cars, they have a lot of money. We have been conditioned to vote for those guys. We have been conditioned to vote for old men because batugamba obukadde magezi. We have been, you remember how people were talking about Bobby Wine in 2020, 2016, 2021? 2021 ngabagamba Bobby Wine mwana muto tasobola that's the condition we have received from a very young age. Batugamba abantu abakulu be bategeera naye abantu abakulu abasiru bangi, abantu abakulu nga babi bangi, abantu abakulu nga babbi bangi. Me, I've been with these people for a very long time. I know I've been mentored by people, and all of us, and at a certain point I just, you can't mentor me, you're not a very good person, you can't mentor me, you're not, you did not achieve anything you have as honestly as I want to achieve what I'm going to achieve. And I just decided, you go to a big person to mentor you and they steal your ideas and they fail to even implement them. So those are the people that we are voting in power. And because we have been, and if you don't vote Kim, your mother, your father, your uncle, your brother is going to vote for people like that. Ontegera kyenkugamba. So as we head out to the political season, guys, you need to vote. Ogenda kuzaala abaana, Kim oyina abaana bagenda kulira mu nsi eno. Do you want to leave them in a country like this? Kyovula banna bagamba nze Uganda bw'enaagaana n'enfuluma nti sidda nja kumanyiiganye. Okitegeera. But until then, I'm going to keep trying. You guys, 2026 is here. You guys should try to. After we are trying our best for our brother naye Bambi amwagala bita, he has been there for the woman naye Bambi tawulira, he is afraid. Anti kakati the thing is touch. Excuse me. One of the reasons why we as men fail to let go, we don't want to make a loss. Omukazi oba omutaddemu nnyo kati ng'owulira bw'omuta omulala agenda kutwala by'otaddemu. Let go. One time you'll find someone else and then you'll think, okay, why was I crying over the other one? Why? But take it. I think you guys need to talk to this guy a lot, yeah? Keep talking to him and keep talking to him. And you know what? Social media doesn't help. Social media doesn't really help. Because you keep seeing all this bad news. I think I want to try and understand him. I think I would also be heartbroken. I'll be crushed. And I've been in situations like that as well in the past. It's not pretty. It's something that can make you make mistakes. Katumusabire man. Guys, thank you very much for being part of this broadcast. May the good Lord bless you. I'll see you today evening, by the way, at 9:30 p.m. on the live broadcast. Ciao.